Some big news coming in. Bajrang Punia, in an exclusive conversation with India Today and Aaj Tak, has confirmed that he and Vinesh Phogat are joining the Congress party at 1:30 p.m. this afternoon, the time that he's given precisely when he will be joining the Congress party. Vinesh Phogat, who nearly won a gold, unfortunately came back without a medal from this Paris Olympics recently, captured the nation's imagination at that point where the nation was rooting for her. Never expected Vinesh to come back and turn to politics. There was buzz around it, but she's now formally decided to join the Congress party. And this is a confirmation coming in. Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang both joining the Congress party at 1:30 p.m. Let me quickly cut across to Rahul Gandhi joining us for more on that. Rahul, Congress party it is. Vinesh and Bajrang have confirmed that 1:30 p.m. will be their formal time of joining the party. Where are they going to fight from?
Absolutely, Nabila. After much speculation and buzz, Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia will be finally joining Congress party today at 1:30 at Congress headquarters amidst the presence of senior Congress leaders. We all know that how both Vinesh and Bajrang Punia had met Rahul Gandhi earlier, and in fact they later on met Mr. K.C. Venugopal, who is General Secretary of the organization, and since then there were speculations that both will be joining Congress party and would be made to contest the upcoming assembly polls. Now, we've been informed that there are a couple of seats which have been identified for these two wrestlers. Vinesh Phogat might be fielded from Julana constituency, while Bajrang Punia might be given a ticket from Badli constituency. Now, the idea behind bringing these two wrestlers on board and then making them contest the election is to embarrass BJP government on the issue of women's safety and sports infrastructure. And we all know that how the BJP has been very critical of this idea that Bajrang and Vinesh will become a congressman. So clearly, at 1:30, you can say that finally these two will be coming on board as far as Congress party is concerned, and obviously this would be a major shot in the arm as far as Congress party is concerned, because they clearly believe and they firmly hold this belief that this is actually going to put BJP government on back foot, and they're going to be able to corner the BJP government on the issues of women's safety and on sports infrastructure in the state of Haryana, where we all know polls are going to be held in couple of weeks.
You know, Rahul, we know that Bajrang Punia, Vinesh Phogat, right from the time they sat in protests against Brij Bhushan, accusing him of sexual harassment, all the way to Vinesh Phogat very recently participating in the farmers' agitation. They've already had their brush with politics in a way. And now to be formally joining the Congress party has not really come as a surprise.
Well, absolutely, and this is what the BJP has been claiming for quite some time, that these two, wrestlers, how they've been towing the line of Congress party, of opposition parties, and clearly the entire protest was actually politically motivated. But this didn't, stop Congress party from bringing them into the fold. We all know that Rahul Gandhi himself met Vinesh and Bajrang Punia, clearly, giving a hint that now they both will be joining Congress party and would be taking a political plunge. See, we have to understand that as far as Haryana is concerned, these three issues are certainly going to dominate the political season or political campaign. Women's safety, farmers' agitation and sports infrastructure. And Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat coming into Congress fold, this will certainly give them an edge, when it comes to the intense political campaign which will be ensued in a couple of days. So that's why that's the idea of bringing these two wrestlers into the fold. 1:30 is the time we've been informed that these two wrestlers will be joining Congress party formally, and we've been informed that by today evening or possibly by tomorrow morning, an official list of Congress candidates will be released by Congress party, and in all likelihood, Vinesh Phogat will be contesting elections.
So, at this point, Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia are going to be formally joining the Congress party at 1:30 p.m. But the constituency from where they're going to be fighting is not going to be announced as soon as now. is it, Rahul, or will that be also a confirmation coming in immediately?
Saki, these two wrestlers will be joining Congress Party amidst the presence of senior leaders like K.C. Venugopal. We're hearing that Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge might also join this important joining event. But at that point of time, they'll be only formally inducted into the Congress fold. As far as constituencies are concerned, an official list will be released by this evening or possibly by tomorrow morning, after which we would know that from where Vinesh and Bajrang Punia will be contesting. However, sources are indicating to us that Vinesh Phogat has been offered two seats to choose from. One is Julana and the other one is Charki Dadri. Now, Charki Dadri is her native village, and Julana is where now she's married into. So Julana is one constituency which is high on agenda, and in all likelihood she'll be contesting from there.
All right, that's interesting to note. Thanks very much, Rahul. I'm going to quickly cut across to Amit Bharadwaj joining us right outside the Congress headquarters. Amit, the two star grapplers are going to be formally joining the Congress party. It appears that the constituencies have already been decided. It's just about time for the announcement.
Right, Nabila, for a week or so, we have been speculating as to when Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia will be joining the Congress party, and whether, Vinesh will take that call of formally joining the electoral politics, so to say, because there was an indication that she might also want to continue her wrestling career. But the picture seems pretty clear now. The word has been, it's coming out from the horse's mouth itself. Bajrang Punia confirming it to us that Vinesh Phogat and he himself will be joining the Congress party today, and that is expected to happen in the noon today. And as India Today had broken this story, a couple of days back itself, that there are two constituencies that are being, explored for Vinesh Phogat. One being her hometown, that Halka, that assembly segment, Charki Dadri, that is being explored for Vinesh Phogat, and the other one, Julana, that Rahul was also referring to, is the constituency's assembly segment where her in-laws' house is. So, the survey has to be done as to which will be more comfortable seat for Vinesh Phogat, because remember, there is only less time left for electoral campaigning, and Vinesh will be new to electoral politics as well. So, preferably the party will want to, field her from a constituency where the organizational strength is better, where Vinesh is expected to get more support from the voters and lesser impact of any rebellion, if at all, within the party. That's also a possibility that needs to be counted in. And but the official, it is pretty clear now. Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat, both of them are expected to join the Congress party this noon. Back to you, Nabila.
Right. And, we've seen extensively their participation in the farmers' agitation, and we know that farmers extensively from Haryana sat in protest as well. So, all the way from when the agitation happened to now, Bajrang Punia, Vinesh Phogat, both have been participating in protests, putting out messages on their social platforms. So it was no surprises in a way that they would be joining a party anything but the BJP. So between Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, the choice for choosing the Congress party.
Right, Nabila, because if you look at the electoral politics of Haryana, obviously the fight of Bajrang Punia, Sakshi Malik, Vinesh Phogat, this had come down to a point where it was a clear-cut flashpoint between the Bharatiya Janata Party and these three wrestlers because of the way they protested in the national capital around the wrestlers' protests, seeking suspension, expulsion of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh from the BJP, and again, legal action that they were seeking against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. From that point in itself, there was a clear-cut, a flashpoint between the BJP and these wrestlers, and the Congress party and Aam Aadmi Party. Both of them had come in support of Vinesh, Sakshi and Bajrang Punia. But if you look at the Haryana electoral politics, obvious choice for anybody who has set themselves in anti-BJP group or anti-BJP politics, because whatever reasons it be. For Haryana, it is more suitable for them to join the Congress party because Congress has a very strong organizational strength in Haryana. They are hoping for a return after 10 years in Haryana in this particular election. And even if you look at the caste dynamics, it is believed that, the kind of Jat community support that Congress is having in the state, poll-bound state, in this particular election is exceptional if you compare in the past 2 decades election. So that way as well, it is an obvious choice for Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia to choose Congress party to begin their electoral and political career. Yeah. Nabila.
Stay with us, Amit. I'm going to quickly bring in a word from Asim Basi as well, who joins us from Chandigarh, where we know it's more or less the sentiments that extends all the way Chandigarh towards Haryana. Similar passion when it comes to the farmers' agitation, and even for that matter, the recent protests that they carried out against Brij Bhushan, the BJP MP. Asim Basi, how do you think all of that will have an impact on Vinesh and Bajrang Punia's electoral prospects?
I think because they have a mass appeal, they don't have identity crisis, and recently what Vinesh achieved at the Olympics as well, although she was unfortunate not to get a medal there. But the signs were very clear as Vinesh Phogat recently joined the farmers at the Shambhu border. She gave a speech and she even said that your daughter is with you, and whatever you're contesting for, your rights must be justified. She went to Shambhu border, she went to Khanori border. She was connecting to masses, and that was very symptoms that were coming that definitely she will have a political ambition. And yes, today she'll be joining the politics and joining the Congress party and definitely contesting the elections. So I think having a star power, having no identity crisis and having people behind them will definitely help them in their political prospects as well, because they don't come as unknown commodities. They are very much known, they are champions when it comes to their sport. So definitely they'll in politics also that will help them. Any celebrity who comes to politics has that kind of impetus naturally coming to them.
Asim, I was in fact asking why Congress? Why would both the star grapplers choose Congress versus AAP?
I think when it comes, basically, recently we also saw that they had a huge agitation against the Wrestling Federation, and also they criticized government of India, the BJP, on open stages. So that window was closed. So Congress is on a popularity because this time a contest, it's not a multi-cornered contest in Haryana, it's a bipolar contest which will be directly between the Congress and the BJP. Aam Aadmi Party, they got one seat in Lok Sabha to contest and they lost that seat, so they didn't get anything. So I think Congress is more popular when it comes to Haryana. They're feeling that they can come back after 10 years. So definitely I think National Party, a bigger party, so they feel that definitely this can be a better ring for them as far as political arena is concerned.
Yeah, thanks very much, Asim, for joining us on that. I'm going to also bring in Preeti Chaudhary joining us on the phone line. Preeti, days after that heartbreak for Vinesh Phogat at the Paris Olympics, she comes back, turns to politics. There was already buzz that she would be joining the Congress party, she along with Bajrang Punia. And now it's coming from the horse's mouth itself. Both star grapplers will be joining formally the Congress party at 1:30 p.m. No surprises.
Well, you're right there, because, it was paved by that one picture that we saw of both Bajrang and Vinesh, where they were flanking Rahul Gandhi. So it was any day now. And especially, Nabila, it gets more prominence because the tickets need to be announced now either today or tomorrow, at least the first round of tickets, whether Congress is coming into question, because the Haryana Assembly dates are now closing in. And if both of them are going to take, to the fray in terms of fighting an election, then at least the joining in had to have happened as quickly as possible. The question is, both of them have confirmed that they're joining the Congress under Mr. Kharge at about 1:30 p.m. this afternoon, but neither of them have confirmed whether they are actually fighting the election this time. So a bit of a suspense that is made. Why the Congress, Nabila? If you just go back, where Bajrang Punia in any case has had a long association with Dipinder Hooda, ever since he won the bronze medal. If you remember, not just that Dipinder Hooda was flanking both of them, Bajrang and Vinesh, when Vinesh came back from the Paris Olympics. When Bajrang had won his bronze the last time around, Dipinder Hooda had received him at the airport as well. Bajrang trains in one of the akhadas, which is supported by Dipinder Hooda. So, in terms of that affiliation is understood. But, where Vinesh is concerned, when I spoke with Vinesh last, he felt a little slighted, especially during the protest, where the wrestlers protest against Vibhushan Sharan, where nobody really, he said that in terms of political parties, because they tried to keep it apolitical, but after that they took any support that was coming their way. So she did feel that she got a lot of support from the Congress when Priyanka Gandhi also came in and sat down with the wrestlers. So, yes, the reasons for joining the Congress are clear. There is now, in terms of granular support, where you talk about the CAB, where you talk about, the farmer agitation, because she's been a big supporter of the farmer agitation. And the reason why she said she supported the farm agitation and went this time to meet the farmers at Singhu border, because she said that their contingent came and stood by her during her protest, when she was sitting at Jantar Mantar. And so she feels that the Congress, at least right now, because if she needs to take this political jump, is more attuned to ideology, where Vinesh comes into question.
Preeti, a quick word on Brij Bhushan. In fact, we are playing that reaction of Brij Bhushan in just a moment. But if you could give us a sense of what Brij Bhushan said in a recent reaction at a public platform. He says, "I told you so. This was politically motivated. Protests against me were conspired by Bhupendra Hooda and Dipendra Hooda. And now you have it, the picture with Rahul Gandhi of Vinesh and Bajrang says it all. I rest my case. I don't need to explain myself anymore." Almost discrediting the entire agitation for months that happened at the Jantar Mantar.
But, he's done it right from the word go. So Brij Bhushan Saran, right from the beginning, when the wrestlers were agitating, had gone ahead and said this was politicized. What's also interesting is that you had the former Chief Minister of Haryana, Mr. Khattar, who is now a union minister, come out and practically echo the same sentiment, saying that this was all politicized. Nabila, at that point of time, there were other wrestlers. Vinesh is not the only wrestler. There are other wrestlers as well who have lodged bona fide complaints against Vibhushan Sharan. It's not that they have joined the Congress. And even if somebody joins the Congress, it really doesn't take away from the charges that they have against the system. So, and it's not the first time, that you've had wrestlers, or if you've had sports persons in the state of Haryana who've actually joined a political party. Haryana is rife with these examples. The BJP in itself, they might have cut tickets of Babita Phogat from Charki Dadri, or a Yogeshwar Dutt, or a Sandeep Singh, the former hockey captain. Yogeshwar Dutt himself an Olympian and a medal winner. But they all did join the BJP. So if they had anything to say against the system, would we say that they were aligned with a political party? Well, that's for the, our viewers to decide. But understandably, this is going to get dirty. This is going to get political, especially now. Will it serve the BJP well to now cast aspersions on a Vinesh and say that this is political, keeping in mind the kind of popularity that she enjoys, where, the people, or at least the rural belts in Haryana are concerned, where she's considered a sports icon, she's considered somebody who's come back from the Olympian, with a feat as big as that. So, could it backfire? Maybe, but they really don't have a choice, because if she's entering the polls race, and if she's going to have her face on a Congress ticket, then the BJP has very little option but to go all guns blazing now and oppose her.
Preeti, stay with us.